What is going on? I'm ZMOT. Now, those of you who are eagle-eyed might notice that I've got 3 landing crafts over here that are empty. That is sad, sad news. Simply, it means that our heavy choppas are gone. I know so many of you had incredible amounts of fun with those. Task forces that were previously doing curtain call were doing deep cut. These things were so overpowered and fun. It was amazing. One other thing of note, in our weapon lab, we finally have a hot pot. That is fantastic. Again, on the sad note, the fact that I've got 3 empty landing crafts means that I've lost all sorts of gold. If you had all heavy choppas loaded, you likely just lost 1.5 millions worth of the gold, so not awesome. One other thing of note, we do have new tribes. This shock bomb duration tribe is super amazing, and you should boost it as soon as possible. Otherwise, Grenadier health, always a good time. Medkit healing, not a big deal. Cryoneer speed can be fun. I was using those with my heavy choppas just for a little bit of interesting times. Quick shout out before we go any further. Crimson Dawn on the YouTube spawned me on their archipelago through somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 to 12 defends my way. Thank you very much for those free diamonds. 70 free diamonds. So useful. And now I'm only 50 defends away from getting that strategist achievement. We are going to jump into warships though. This is my warship. This is my base layout. You should not copy it because it's awful and I am not a defensive player, but it's working fairly alright for me. Quickly showing you my tech tree. I went back and got some choice nodes, specifically 2 cannons in there. I also went forward and got that boom cannon right there. Wasn't sure what the actual best choice was there. Mines were tempting, but I figured an extra boom cannon, lots of health, lots of damage. Also, upgraded my artillery to level 4. If you're wondering why I have almost no tokens, it's because I spent absolutely everything. I'm trying to get into Diamond with 4 engine rooms, 5 engine rooms. There's all sorts of fun stuff with Seekers and Rocket Choppers, but for me, it's just about getting into Diamond on this account. My other account is going to keep pushing, so do consider subscribing for that account's fun. But anyways, let's get into some warships goodness. Quickly walking through my tech tree, this is the account where I went to get barrage first, which means I have smoke, which opens up all sorts of fun possibilities. I really should be maxing Bullit. Getting that little bit extra health would be useful, but overall, I highly recommend this gunboat energy node right in here. On my other account, I was just languishing at tier 17, 18. Getting that extra GBE just allows you to keep your tanks or heavies or whatever it is alive, making all the difference in the world. Now, I'm going to hopefully do a balance of tanks and heavy Zooka depending on their base layouts. This one, for example, is a perfect opportunity for heavy Zooka. Just need to see if that... Yep, that is going to range. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop Bullit first, and then we're going to drop all of our Zookas, then we're going to drop all of our heavies. Because if I walked directly over to that far right-hand side wall, we would not have had a good time. So we're going to taunt. Basic strategy involved here is if Bullit is not taunting, Bullit is dying. That is how simple it is. So the whole goal here is to keep Bullit alive as long as you possibly can. Then we're going to send some Zookas and some heavies up along this right-hand side wall, throwing our smokes very late. We don't care if our heavies get hit by all of those things. All that we care about is getting all of our troops into that very back corner. Now, you'll notice that I threw my smoke, my pentultimate, I believe the name of that word is, smoke last, and that is 1000% on purpose. And now all of our troops are going to come out firing Zookas, Bullit out front, taunting all of the things, and now we should, in theory, be able to get all of this stuff down. Zooka's just clearing, Bullit taunting. I love these attacks. When they go smoothly, you just cruise through all of the things like absolute butter. And as you can see here, we've already picked up the win. Now it's just a matter of getting as many engine rooms as we possibly can. Bullit taunting, again, just so incredibly useful. The fact that he's not taunting right now means that he is likely about to die, though. Unfortunately, really probably should have used some gunboat energy, but I'm just hoping that we're going to get this last left-hand side engine room with our last gasp of gunboat energy. So we're going to throw a barrage in there, and one artillery, I should say, not two. Boom, shaka laka. Now, if this comes down to percentage, one quick note, I see way too many people trying to destroy one building. Better off throwing your artillery in the corner of 4 buildings. Instead of getting 1% damage, you're going to get 4% damage. That simple. It's not about number of buildings destroyed, it's about percent damages. So clearly percent damage, not a big concern in this attack because we got 2 extra engine rooms. But if it comes down to your last gasp artillery trying to pull out the win, do make sure you hit as many buildings as you can. I've been using 6 boats of tanks, 2 boats of heavies quite a bit. Would really like to show that off, but it really depends on what our opponent's going to give us because you just need to pick your troops based on what their layout offers. The easiest way to deal with these bases, just 2 barrage, 1 artillery. Now that does depend on your artillery and your barrage levels. My artillery only being at level 18 means that is the best for me. Pixelcrux.com has all of your answers. The best Boom Beach calculator, I think. Now we're just going to send all of our troops over here. Still have 70 gunboat energy, all thanks to that beautiful double GBE node. This person, like 99% of bases, there are rocket launchers or lack of rocket launchers, shock launchers, nothing ranges the shore, so we can just clearly get all of our troops in here and then start our nice little walk on the beach. Don't worry about your heavies. Let your heavies get shot in the face. Throw your smokes super duper late. Late smokes are good smokes because it means that your Zookas are going to get where they need to go. Just get them walking, and then we're going to go 2 smokes into the finish there, throwing the pentultimate, I believe that word is, smoke first, and now we're just holding off, waiting, then throwing our final shocks on those shock launchers, and Bullit's going to taunt the things, Zookas are going to clear all of the things around them, and just burning all of this stuff. Taunting is so vital at this moment. Getting all of this stuff down. Troops just crushing all of the engine rooms from in behind where they thought they were super duper safe. Bullit taunting again, keeping Bullit alive. So incredibly useful. This attack, we're just grinding away at these engine rooms so slowly, but that is enough because our opponents likely are only going to get 1 engine room, maybe 2. Look at that, only getting 1. Bullit and the gang taking down this final engine room just like that, as long as we can keep that shock launcher shocked. Doom Cannon is trying to get Bullit, but it's just not going to be enough. Maybe, just maybe, we'll find out here in a second, but getting all 4 engine rooms, almost. Look at how much health is left over. We're going to quickly retreat, pick up the win, keep moving forward. So lots and lots of different ways to take this down, but I find that Sky Shields, most of the time, just get rid of them. We're going to get 1 more battle rockin' and rollin' here. Okay, let's keep going, moving on up, trying to get into the diamond as fast as we possibly can. And again, like, we could take this out with tanks, but I'm just finding that throwing 2 barrages, 1 artillery just gets us right in a spot where they have not built any defenses up against. That far shock launcher is too far away. That far rocket launcher is too far away. So we can just walk all of our troops in unobstructed and crush this base. So I guess kind of the whole theme of this video has turned into use your GBE wisely. Go get all sorts of gunboat energy, and it just opens up all sorts of more options. Gives you that taunt to get Bullit through all of this stuff. Also helps keep Bullit alive, and then we're just going to cruise on through past all of this stuff, hoping that our Zookas stay alive. We just lost a bunch of them, which you might have seen that puff of smoke there, but I still think we've got somewhere in the neighborhood of 20-30 Zookas, and then 1 more flare, throwing some critters out there, and then shocking all of the things. Bullit spreading out. Zooka's crushing all of the things. And now just need Bullit to separate a little bit. There we go. That's the separation we were after. Zooka's in behind. All of Bullit's powers keeping him and everyone else alive. Lots and lots of good stuff happening here. Taunt definitely going to be useful. And now hoping that we can get at least one more engine room. That would be ideal, but we need one more taunt to be able to pull that off. Taunting, Zooka's pounding away, and now just hoping that we can somehow get in on that final engine room just like this. So Zookas are not targeting where we would have liked to see them targeting, but at least they are shooting something, trying to get that final engine room, all based on Bullit. Bullit is not taunting, so he's going to die incredibly quickly. Somehow that engine room went down. We had no troops left, no anything left, but we managed to get that last engine room down. We're going to throw a little bit more damage out here, even though it doesn't matter. So one more victory in the books, just like that. You can see my base is standing up very well, and if they would simply barrage that sky shield, they could just sneak underneath all of my stuff. Do consider getting rid of Sky Shield. I know it costs some gunboat energy, but it's worth it in the long run for sure. Okay, one quick note. I noticed that I had not spent some tokens, so we're going to go back and upgrade something. Smoke is calling my name. An extra level of smoke would definitely make heavy Zooka attacks a little bit easier, but getting a little bit extra health on shock launchers just only makes sense to me. So now that that's done, let's keep rocking and rolling, trying to get into Diamond as fast as we can. Definitely having some win streaks and some losing streaks all at the same time. Now, in this instance, we don't need to worry about that Sky Shield. That Sky Shield is not an issue whatsoever for this attack. So we're going to go 4 boats of Zookas. We're going to go with Bullit. Then we're going to get all of our heavies out here. Should be able to simply cruise in on this one without a heck of a lot of difficulty. Just need to get our smokes out at a reasonable pace, and now just cruising along. Gonna get Bullit's taunt out just so that when he hits all of these mines in here, he's gonna give himself a little bit of an extra leg up, and then we're gonna send all of our troops in around through all of these mines. We're going to go 1 and 2 smokes right into there, hoping to keep all of our Zookas alive. And then one more back flare, a shock there, even a shock over in here. All of the things, Zookas pounding away, Bullit taunting away, all of the things going fairly smoothly at this point. There's definitely a chance we're about to lose all of our Zookas to some defenses, but I think Bullit's going to shield them well enough, just like that. So just because the Sky Shield's there doesn't mean you need to blow it up every single time. Just most times should be plenty. And now all of our Zookas pounding away, hoping to get Bullit a taunt. Like we said earlier on, I think I said earlier on, if Bullit is not taunting, he is going to be dying. Now with our last gasp, we're going to send all of our troops towards that final engine room. Turns out we don't need it to go down, but it's always nice to get an extra engine room, and it looks like just like that we got one more engine room, and now we'll just retreat to help be a bro for our opponent. Wiggy. Now we can't stop, won't stop. Almost in Diamond. Gotta get it at this point. More attacks needed. 2 wins away. That is right. 2 wins. Let's get going. See what can be done to get into there. So close at the moment. Now this is the perfect one to get in behind. Those rocket launchers are too far away, and that shock launcher is right in our sweet spot. So I'm going to go barrage, artillery, and then it's just wait for a minute or two, get a little bit of extra gunboat energy by picking off these very front 2 flamethrowers, if I can drop my flags in a reasonable spot. And now we need to get the heavies rocking, because there's nothing worse than Zookas walking out into the range of that mortar. We're going to back flare to get away from where that mortar was dropping, and then get going up into here. This is going to be just... this is not the way I wanted to keep this try and win streak going, but we still have a chance. It is going to be very, very tight and very, very close, but we definitely just need to keep those heavies out front a little bit. 1 and 2 right into the kill zone, hoping that we have some Zookas left. And sure enough, would you look at that? We have a total of 0 Zookas left. Just absolute tragedy. So now we just need to get some form of an engine room down, and that's why we're going to put Bullit way out front and just hope that Bullit can taunt that one stuff. The rest of our heavies are going to be in behind him, hopefully just crushing away on all of the engine rooms. So sloppy on my... It just seems like anytime I start recording again, it just goes right out the window. And as you can see here, we are not going to get all of the engine rooms. We're not even going to get 2 engine rooms, but the other person has not gotten any engine rooms, so there's still the chance they're going to mix up. My goodness gracious. Let's have a look, see what they are up to. So we've got a chance. This is absolutely ridiculous. We have the slimmest of slim margins. They have launched all of their boats, and we are just hoping that all of this stuff... I mean, if Bullit goes down, that mortar will... So much drama. I don't like this much drama. Warships tends to add a little bit of drama, but this person, very likely, if they can get that final engine room down, is going to pick up the win. Doucet Kingdom, I think we managed to beat them with 1 measly, stinking, no good engine room, and they're just going to sit there and pout and pout. And look at that. Please don't be a Doucet. Don't... There's some sort of correlation there. Don't be this person. Just retreat. And we're going to pause and come back, and I'll be back with hopefully our diamond battle. So just like that, you can see the opponent has given up. We are now into our diamond battle. It has been a mess. Just an absolute mess. Some tanks that I haven't been showing on the screen. Some heavy Zooka, but generally speaking, crushing our opponents, which is all that really matters. Now, this one should be an easy win using all sorts of heavy Zooka. It all comes down to execution, though. So what better way to test your execution than just get into it? What I'm going to do here, I am going to go something like this. I'm going to throw a barrage onto that shock launcher, and then some of the rockets, yes, they're going to hit that sky shield, but we should be able to save a little bit of gunboat energy, I think. And then we're just going to get in here. Oh man, I was really hoping not to use all of that gunboat energy. And then we still got 73 though, so it's not like we're sitting here with like 16 gunboat energy or something like that. I am going to go a little bit super conservative on this, just because I really don't want to lose this battle. Gonna get all of our Zookas right there underneath that smoke. Bullit is gonna pop his head out, give us a bit of a taunt, and then we are gonna go right into here. Just keeping all of the things moving, and then going right here into that kill spot right there. Oh, just need a little bit of execution at this point. So we've got 1 shock and 1 shock only. Bullit is going to give us all sorts of taunting, and then it's going to be all up to the rest of our troops to just stay the heck alive. Gonna throw 1 more shock. This shock not really required, but my goodness, it would suck to lose all of those Zookas to that their shock launcher. Bullit is heading off to the left, which is less than ideal because that shock launcher might actually hit us right about now. It turns out it didn't. I'm going to flare back into here, get all of our troops the heck away from this stuff, and we should at this point, as long as that machine gun goes down, should be able to get 4 engine rooms. I think now we're going to throw an artillery out, just trying to make sure that we don't screw this up. All 4 engine rooms are ours. Should be able to jump into diamond here. I can't tell you how long I've spent on this video. I have had phone calls, I have had interruptions, I have had disconnects, but I think we have finally made the jump into diamond just like that. So just gotta go slow, be a little bit conservative, and get right on in against Scribble 815. 5-win streak right into Diamond. Uh-oh. Never like it when that satellite dish starts flickering, but booyah kasha, into Diamond we go. Anyways, big shout out to all of you who are my Patreons. Do stick around, check the end screen if you're interested. Huge shout out to Yalek, who was a long time Patreon, has decided to step away. So if you want to jump into his spot, do let me know. Otherwise, as always, thank you for coming in. Hit me up if you have any questions. You know what? Let's just show a couple quick tank victories here. I'm pretty sure I got some tank victories. You can always tell because I get all of their engine rooms. Let's have a quick replay with some tanks just to show. That's not even tanks. That's not tanks. That's all the engine rooms. I promise there are some tanks here. I will show you. I've been using tanks off and on. That is not it either. Jeepers. Should have signed out when I had the chance. Come on, tanks. Let's go. I promise I am using some... There we go. Using some tanks. Now, getting all sorts... My whole goal with tanks is to only deal with one shock launcher. And you see this shock right here? You can shock that Doom Cannon with that shock launcher for a super high value shock. Taunting all of the things. Just cruising on in with Bullit and some tanks. Bullit can do so much good just cruising on in. So I know this video was primarily about using heavies and Zookas, but with all that extra GBE, you can use all sorts of tanks as well. So I believe we just showed you this one. This one I ended up screwing up, which probably means I used tanks as well. Nope, it wasn't. Anyways, we're going to leave it at there. Into Diamond we go. Super stoked. I'm going to be parking. It's that simple. I realize there's 13 days left, but I am 99.9% likely to park. Anyways, let me know if you're still playing, if you have a goal, if it's Diamond or Legendary or somewhere in between. I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm ZMOT. Peace.